Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bendy, and here on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, body, and spirit. Today's video is going to be really cool because I'm going to tell you about 2 affirmations that have been changing my life in the most beautiful way, and I'm really excited to share them with you because I feel like they are affirmations that can help anyone despite, their background or anything that might make them different. I really feel like these are affirmations that can apply to everyone. So let's get into it. So if you do not know what an affirmation is, I will happily explain that to you very quickly. An affirmation is a phrase that a person can use to change their subconscious. Affirmations are often developed so that a person can define the type of life that they want or define a goal that they want to attract into their lives. For example, if a person was going to try to get a job and they weren't confident that they were worthy of the job that they were trying to get, they can use the affirmation, I am successful in all that I do. Affirmations are supposed to be simple so that when we are convincing our subconscious to change its own perception, its own mind, it's our subconscious speaks a different language. So it's easier for our subconscious to process and in turn reflect in our conscious mind. So if a person who was self-conscious and didn't really believe in themselves was to adopt the affirmation, I am successful in all that I do, at first there would be resistance because they do not really believe that they are successful in all that they do. And every time they address said resistance, they would be confronting a different part of themselves, a different doubtful side, a shadow part of themselves. And they will be given the opportunity to confront that shadow self and say, do I actually believe with what this voice says? And then after a while, affirmations can be used to convince a person and then help them reaffirm their belief so that the belief grows stronger. Affirmations are a great way to change subconscious beliefs, and they are really good if you are on your spiritual journey and you are trying to go from one belief system to a complete other belief system. Affirmations are great for that. It wasn't recording. That's so sad. Let there be sound. My heart is broken. So now you know what an affirmation is, even though the sound quality was a little bit different. I still hope that you heard me. That sucks. I'm melting down on the inside, but we're gonna push through. Okay, so now we know what an affirmation is, and that is awesome. So, as I promised earlier, I'm going to introduce you to 2 affirmations that I have been using lately that have completely changed my life and changed my perspective. The first affirmation that has changed my reality is it's happening. This affirmation really comes in handy when my monkey mind or my ego starts to doubt the path that I am on. Sometimes our ego can become very impatient and it can say, where are my goals? Where are my manifestations? Where is my stuff? I said I want it. Where is it? But the universe doesn't have a watch. So when we're getting frustrated, when we're getting angry, we're actually creating resistance when in reality we should be trusting. So I like to use the affirmation, it's happening, as a way to convince my subconscious, because when you doubt the timing of something, subconsciously that means that you doubt that you are worthy of that thing. You doubt that you're worthy of getting that thing. So by telling myself that it is happening, I'm allowing myself to believe that the thing that I want, I'm actually being able to experience right now in real time. A lot of times when we want things, we say it will happen, it's going to happen someday, at some time in the future, my dreams are going to come true. But when you start to use the affirmation, it's happening, and you say it over and over and over again, your mind starts to expand as if whatever you desire is currently unfolding in front of your eyes. And in order to be able to really manifest something, to really bring something into your existence, you have to feel it internally first. Feeling it internally will be what allows it to reflect in the real world, in the 3D reality, right? So telling yourself, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening, allowing yourself to get excited, to really feel as if the next turn of events is going to be the very thing that you dreamed of tomorrow. By getting yourself in that mindset, feeling it in your body, and really starting to convince yourself that it's happening now, it's going to bring up a lot of things. At first, it might bring up fear. At first, it might bring up anxiety because you might realize you're not ready for it to happen. And that's okay, because then your mind's going to start to invent what you should be doing to get ready for it, right? So when you say it over and over, your mind will start to bring up how you feel about it actually happening at this moment. And eventually you will get to the point where when you say it's happening, in your mind, you'll be like, I know. So cool. So I like to use it's happening in a couple of ways. I like to use it's happening with the 555 method. Magical, guys. It's just magical. It is just magical. Writing it's happening 55 times, oh, it will give you goosebumps. It'll put chills down your spine because you really start to convince your brain of it, and it's like you're experiencing it. It's so cool. So I like to I like to script it with the 555 method, and I also like to chant it when meditating because it gets me in this mindset of I don't have to try so hard, I don't have to seek it, especially in the morning, starting my day as if all the things that I want are already happening. So I can just focus on being the person I need to be to maintain that and to continue being worthy of it. It just puts you in a different mindset. You stop chasing, you know? So the first affirmation is it's happening. The second affirmation that I would like to include in this video is the affirmation, this is my life. So I know you might be thinking, that's not really affirming anything. It's more so making a statement. And I hear you. I don't disagree. But what makes this an affirmation to me is when you combine the feeling with it. When you say, this is my life, at a time when you're really enjoying life, even when it's something small and subtle, it transports you to this reality where your life is something insanely pleasant, even if it's for that moment. I know it sounds weird, so let me continue. The affirmation, this is my life, has taught me to stop and take notice of things that are happening in my daily life that really make me happy, that really connect me to this life and help me understand the direction I want to move my life in. I really like this phrase because it stops me from taking things for granted, and it allows me to kind of shift realities, but we're going to get to that in a second. Going back to taking things for granted, I love this phrase because if I'm doing something really small, like sitting on the couch and watching a show that I really like, taking the time to sit back and say, this is my life. In that moment, right when I'm in the moment of feeling good, just reminds me how good my life actually is. I think a lot of times we subconsciously say, this is my life, when bad things happen, when negative things happen, and we create the subconscious belief that our life is full of negative, bad events, or that negative, bad events are inevitable because this is our life. So when we stop at positive moments and take note of this is my life, it starts to attract even more positive moments where we have the opportunity to say, this is my life. And then the reality transurfing, so switching realities. The way that this affirmation helps you shift to a desired reality is by allowing you to understand the events that exist in both realities. Talking too fast, I have to breathe. So, for example, if I am petting my cat and I'm really at peace, the evening's perfect, I've had a great day, and In that moment, I'm just so happy to be petting my cat. That is something that I would be doing in this reality, and that's something I would be doing in my most desired reality. My cat's not going anywhere. I love my cat. I'm taking my cat with me to my most desired reality, right? So when I'm in that moment and I'm enjoying spending time with my little fur ball, and I say, this is my life, it allows my subconscious to fill the rest of my life up with good things, because the focus of this is my life is something good. So it paints this picture in my mind that my whole life is good, every part of it. Of course, I could take the time to dissect that and then say, well, this part isn't good and this part isn't good. And sure, we do that sometimes. But by taking note of the parts of our lives that make us say, this is our life in a positive way, really allows us to take different parts of our life that we enjoy and suture them together and then create our desired reality. Or not create, shift to, but you know what I mean. Affirmations are the best. I swear by them. I really hope that you enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. Do you like this new upload schedule? According to my view count, you don't, but I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that the right people who need to see these videos will see these videos. So they're gonna keep coming out on Sundays and Wednesdays because I just think that's a good time for them to come out. Wednesday, you need a little bit of motivation, and Sunday, you want to start your week off on the right foot. Sundays and Wednesdays. Yeah. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that other people on the tube of you know that it is valuable. If you would like me to expand on anything that I talked about in this video, just let me know down below in the comments and I'd be happy to. And last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed and that you click the little notification bell so you can be alerted when I come out with new videos, because they're going to be good and they're going to make you feel good, because you make me feel good. So I feel like I have the ability to make you feel good because it's a two-way street, right? Okay, I love you. I'll see you next video. Bye, guys.